What's up, party people? I'm back. It's been a while, and for those who are new to this channel, some don't know what all of the fish are looking like and what's going on in the fish room. So let's go ahead, take a look, and if you're not subscribed to this channel, do me a huge favor, go ahead and hit that sub button and ding that notification bell, please and thank you. Alrighty, so we're going to go ahead and start with the Lumia perugiae. I love this tank so much. These fish breed a lot, but due to the hair algae, the plants did take a hit, but as you can see, the hair algae is dying back, which is a good thing. What we're going to do is try to save these plants and get this thing back. And I'm not really liking these sponge filters with the suction cups because they do tend to brittle up and then they start to unsuction themselves from the glass. So I will be changing those in this tank or throughout the whole entire fish room. And then we'll shoot on right to the next door tank, the 29 community tank that is housing the white clouds and a couple cherry barbs and some danios and the only female beta in the community tank, which is pretty amazing. Now we're going to go ahead and shoot on down to Miss Apollo, the female flower horn as well. You can see her sponge filter is off, well, not only because she attacks it, but because the suction cups come unsuctioned from the tank. I will be changing that, but I will be doing an upgrade with her tank more than likely to where she will have a hang-on back filter, if not something that will not move all entirely. But Apollo, everyone. Now we're going to swim on over to the grow out tank, the 20-gallon polar blue cichlid grow outs. They are looking good. These are my first generation. They are on their way to being close, if not to breeding size, to where they'll be able to pair off. Now we're going to go ahead and slide on down to the 5.5 gallon or the 5-gallon shrimp slash at least killifish slash pygmy sunfish tank. I don't see the pygmy sunfish a lot. I do see some of the least killifish a little bit, but as you can see, this tank is overgrown with guppy grass. It is amazing to see how much guppy grass can take up a 5-gallon in no time. Then we're going to slide on over to the left right here to the tank of the guppies. I'm not sure what was going on with this tank. This tank started to slowly die off with a couple of the guppies, and then once one guppy would go, a couple will. I did start doing a lot more water changes and getting things in balance and starting to get out all of these snails to make sure that there isn't an ammonia spike or any kind of thing that's going on. Everything that seems check and balance, none of the fish are sick, so everything seems to be working and everything is good. And none other we have to show Mr. Draco himself. Now let's go ahead and clear it. Draco is a girl, but calling Draco the name for so long, we're going to keep it Draco. But as you can see, Draco is getting huge. We're going to upgrade this tank sooner or later. He will be, or she will be, in a 75 or larger tank sooner or later. Now we're going to slide on down to the Angelfish tank. Now this tank is my blackwater tank. It actually it's one of my favorite in the fish room. It soothes me more than all of them. I will actually turn off all of the fish tanks and have just this tank on and just watch the angels and watch all of the plecos. I have 4 albino bristlenose plecos, and then just watching all of them, it is amazing. This tank, if you don't have a blackwater tank and if you're looking towards getting one, I would highly recommend it for this reason. Now we are going to start on the 10-gallon rack, 9-10 gallons. We're going to start with the first tank to the right, and that is hosting the Daisies rice fish with some super red bristlenose plecos. They are looking amazing with the flame Java moss in there. And we're gonna go ahead and slide on to the left into the other tank with the regular bristlenose plecos and one of the convict OBs that I saved that was getting beat up by the pack of convicts, and actually turned out to be one of the most beautiful convicts I've seen. So I kept him, and he's gonna have a forever home. And the last tank on the first row of the 9-10 gallons, we have the Lumia Perugier. We have another batch from a different breeder that we're going to get mixed in with the ones that I have currently, so we can get them off from interbreeding to make that strand just a little bit stronger. And we're going to go ahead and slide on down to the second row, first tank. We have another polar blue from a different breeder all the way up in Chicago. And we're going to slide on over to the tank next to it where it houses the Papa Polar Blue Cichlid. He is the founder of all the polar blues in this room besides the one that came from a different breeder in Chicago. He is retired from breeding. He and his pair have been breeding for a while, and his pair, or well, his other significant passed away before he did, and so I'm just going to go ahead and retire him, but I'm not sure where I'm going to put him. But more than likely, like I said with the other convict, we might put a community tank together. In the other tank next to it, we also have more polar blue cichlids grow out, but with these they have a little bit more red on them, so I will be focusing in on getting more red into them and getting a different type of spin-off on some of these fish to see what I can do. Mad Scientist 101 right there. Now we are at the bottom, the first tank of the 9-10 gallons with the cappuccino spike snails. This is the brackish water tank. It only houses 7 of them at the moment. We are going to try to breed them first, and then if we cannot breed them, we will do a full system of brackish water. And speaking of another snail tank, we're going to slide on over to the left of the cappuccinos, and we have a plain tank with ram's horn snails. Now this tank became empty with only one fish that I was trying to keep, and that was the Honduras red points. I got them from a fish auction. They did not make it through the quarantine process. The ick got to them faster than I could cure them, so this tank is sitting empty for the meantime because we will be moving soon. So we are only housing the ram's horn snails at the moment, so this tank is pretty much out of commission. So just look at how wonderful this tank is looking, all empty and everything. And we're going to go ahead and end it off on the newest fish in the fish room. We have a balloon green Terra, and we got this at a fish club auction. I'm hoping to grow this out to a decent size. They say roughly around 6 to 8 inches will be the max size for this balloon green Terra. I will be checking to see what I can do as far as putting in with other fish and try to do a community, but I am really excited for this fish. Alrighty y'all, so as you can see, that is everything in the fish room. We are going to be moving soon, so don't miss out. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, ding that notification bell, and as always, be kind, be courteous, and have a wonderful day, y'all.